شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونصلي على رسول الكريم. أما بعد، ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. All praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator of the universe, and peace and blessing of Allah be upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and all those who follow his path till the day of judgment. Pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may Allah give us sincere iman, sound health, and everlasting halal wealth. My brothers and sisters, I welcome all of you to this our show, which is our Q&A. and it is a live Q&A show, and you can call me on the number that is given on the screen, 00447593229380, or you can text me the number, the screen that you see on my left. It's a chat box. Alhamdulillah, you can put your questions in Urdu, English and Arabic. And also, my brothers and sisters, since you know that this is our, alhamdulillah, 23rd 23rd Ramadan will be starting inshallah after this, so that will be the night of 23rd Ramadan, which is one of the nights that we should be spending our time in this to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to achieve the best that is mentioned here. And the important thing that I wanted to tell you about this is that please, if you have your brothers and friends and sisters, your families, all your relatives, send the text message to them, inshallah, and you will be rewarded for that, to join us in this show, inshallah. Let me tell you, Laylatul Qadr, as Rasulullah has said, that it could be achieved in 5 odd nights of the last 10 days of Ramadan. And the hadith of Rasulullah says a very great, reward for those people who are doing 2 things. One is Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, she has asked, Ya Rasulullah, what should we say in this night? Then Rasulullah has said, you can say, Allahumma innaka afuwan tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. O Allah, you are oft forgiving and you love forgiveness, and you forgive me. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. And the second thing is that Rasulullah has said, Man qama laylata qadrin imanan wa ihtisaban ghufira lahu ma taqaddama min dhanbi. Anybody who stands for the Qiyamul Layl, in particular these odd nights of last 10 days of Ramadan, one of them is like, the Laylatul Qadr night. The one who stands and prays Qiyamul Layl, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive all his sins if he is praying this Qiyamul Layl with 2 terms and conditions. That is, imanan, with the sincerely doing for the sake of Allah, and ihtisaban, and he is hoping the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, man qama laylata qadrin imanan wa ihtisaban ghufira lahu ma taqaddama min dhanbi. Anybody who stands for Qiyamul Layl in the Laylatul Qadr, night of Laylatul Qadr, Allah will forgive his sins if he is praying them with iman and hoping for reward. Assalamu alaikum. Which is correct to follow for moon sighting in UK, which cannot be seen? When it cannot be seen, okay, Morocco or Saudi Arabia. Either way is right, inshallah, there is no wrong. First of all, we should go by the scholars of this country. That's the best advice I can give. We have, mashallah, sighting of the moon, which is decided by the scholars, 12 degree, 15 degree, 18 degree. And these are, great scholars and God-fearing people who are putting their efforts to find the, sighting of the moon. So these people have seen and they have announced it. So I will advise you that don't talk about Morocco, don't talk about Saudi Arabia, talk about UK. Because Rasulullah has said, Sumu hina yasumun nas wafturu hina yafturun nas, that fast when the people are fasting and break your fast when people are breaking their fast. And sumu li ru'yatihi wafturu li ru'yatihi, fast when you see the crescent of the Ramadan, and then celebrate Eid when you see the crescent of Shawwal. So that means crescent of yours. This is what we have to see, alhamdulillah. So here I know the scholars, they are, mashallah, they are putting their efforts, they are sincere people, they are trying to help us who are in this country. So we should go by them and we should not get into confusion, because yesterday, even in my Jummah khutbah, a brother told me that, Sheikh Sahab, those people who started a day later, they have actually missed the first day, because actually the day when we started on Monday, the 6th of May, that was the correct citing. And these people also have understood that. Allahu Alam now what they will do, or why they are not telling these things to the people, I don't know. But that's not my point. My point is that go by the scholars who have, mashallah, explained to you. Alhamdulillah. Scholars of this country, inshallah. And Qiyamul Layl, what you just said, does the ruling apply if praying at mosque or at home regarding Allah forgiving? It is, both the ways are correct, because I believe from the general understanding of hadith of Rasulullah that even this Qiyamul Layl we are praying in the masajid, you will be more rewarded if you pray in your house. If you pray in your house, because Rasulullah hadith in Sahih Bukhari says that Rasulullah only prayed for 3 nights in the congregation, and after that he stopped, he didn't pray. And people used to pray in the remaining Ramadan in their houses. But Abu Bakr, when he became Khalifa, he also did not introduce or establish the prayers, Qiyamul Layl in the masjid, all his 2 years of his period of caliph. And also period of caliphate, he didn't put this, he didn't establish the Jamaat in the congregation. And when Umar became Khalifa, for his first 5 years of period of caliphate, he didn't, establish the Qiyamul Layl in the masjid. After 5 years, one of the occasions he visited the masjid in the night of Ramadan, and he saw that some people are, having a little group of people with one imam. They are praying in the one corner of Masjid al-Nabawi, and there are a small group of people in another corner with their imam. They are leading the prayer and they are praying in Jamaat. So Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anh, being a wise man, he thought for a long time that if this will continue, then the people will divide in the masjid itself, having their own imams. So to prevent that division and sectism, what he did, he appointed 2 imams during his time, Tamim ad-Dari and Ubay bin Ka'b radiallahu ta'ala anhuma. And he appointed one to lead the 11 rakat for the women. The other one was appointed to lead the 11 rakat for the men. So they were praying, if you count them, it is 22 rakat, and it's not 20 rakat. General understanding. 11 rakat for men is 8 rakat of Qiyamul Layl and Taraweeh, and 3 rakat is for witr. Same thing, 11 rakat for men is, and for the women or men is 8 rakat Taraweeh and 3 rakat witr. So that is, during his time, the Jamaat has, established again in the congregation, in the masjid. But before that, after 3 days of Rasulullah and then he stopped. Since then, the 2 years of Abu Bakr and 5 years of Umar, nobody was praying in congregation like under one imam in Masjid al-Nabawi or in Masjid al-Haram. So alhamdulillah, this came later on. So to answer your question, that what I said about man qama laylata qadrin imanan wa ihtisaban ghufira lahu ma taqaddama min dhanbi, anybody who prays in the night of the Laylatul Qadr with iman and hoping reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then definitely his sins will be forgiven. This is more rewardable and more applicable in the house, not in the masajid. Our scholars today, they establish this prayer, they are following the sunnah of Umar ibn al-Khattab, and based on that, because it has got more wisdom in the sense that, and see, even this, our people, our scholars are not explaining to us. My point is still valid, that it is more rewardable at home, is because Umar ibn al-Khattab, when he established Ubay bin Ka'b and Tamim ad-Dari, and then after sometimes again he came and saw the people praying in the congregation, and he liked it. He enjoyed, mashallah, and said, mashallah, alhamdulillah, these are, this is a ni'matul bid'ah, that it is a good innovation which it was stopped for a certain time and now it has been started again. So it's a good start. But at the same time, he also said one statement which many of us, we don't actually emphasize on that. He said that those people who are sleeping at this time in their houses are better than those who are praying in the Jamaat. What meant was that those people who will be, after taking rest for a little bit in the, short rest for, in the night in the houses, and then they will pray their namaz in the houses, are more rewardable and much better than these people who are praying in the masjid. Alhamdulillah. So this point is actually valid, as I said, that it is more rewardable when you pray in the house, inshallah. So my brothers and sisters, this is Laylatul Qadr, and I also wanted to tell you one more thing, that the reason of emphasizing more about Laylatul Qadr and emphasizing the i'tikaf and last 10 days, all these things are so important in the life that we are not worshipping the time or the period or the days. We are worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the reason that we are asked to emphasize on these days, because these are the holy month, days of the holy month, and they are precious and important and significant days in our life. We may not get this opportunity maybe next year. Maybe we may not live by that time. So for that reason, we have to appreciate this opportunity that Allah has given to us. And whatever the time Allah has given to us, we should pray this. Sheikh, what is actually the best time to pray Salawatul Tahajjud? Salawatul Tahajjud are actually 8 rakat. That's the authentic sunnah of Rasulullah. And Aisha radiallahu ta'ala, she said that Rasulullah in the month of Ramadan or before Ramadan, he never exceeded, more than 11 rakat. In another version, in another hadith, she said 13 rakat. And she counted them. That 8 rakat for Taraweeh, 3 rakat of Witr, and 2 rakat of his sunnah, which he normally used to pray. And if you take out the 2 rakat of sunnah, then it becomes 11 rakat, 8 of Taraweeh and 3 of Witr. So this is what she is referring. So if you are praying 8 rakat of Tahajjud, and 8 rakat of Tahajjud means it is 8 rakat. And if you spend at least, 2 minutes or 3 minutes for each rakat, for each, unit, definitely you have to have at least 15 to 20 minutes for that prayer. 15 to 20 minutes for that prayer. And the best time is the time 1 hour before your Fajr timing. That's the best time, I will tell you. Why? Because Rasulullah ﷺ used to continuously pray his tahajjud till he would hear the adhan of Bilal radiallahu anh or Abdullah ibn Maktoum. And then when he would hear the adhan, he would shorten his 1 rakat with 1 rakat. All his prayers he would shorten with 1 rakat, and then he would give salam and get ready for the namaz. So based on the sunnah of Rasulullah, this is the best time. The second reason for this best time is that when you are praying your tahajjud at that particular time, you get the reward of the tahajjud. You get the reward of praying 2 rakats sunnah or fajr before fajr that has to be offered. So you will be able to easily be able to offer that. And then you will also be able to pray fajr in time, and you will be able to pray fajr in congregation. So all these are benefits. But if you are praying in any time in between that, or maybe just after Isha, or maybe in the midnight, and then you fall tired, or you feel like, you want to take rest, or you want to sleep. So if you overslept, then you will lose your Fajr maybe. If you are in the month of Ramadan, you might even lose your Suhoor. All these are disadvantages if you pray sometimes in the mid of the night. But it is permissible. But the best time, as you said, you have asked me, so this is my answer. The best time is just before 1 hour before Fajr, inshallah. So, my brothers and sisters, as I was saying, that we are not praying, we are not worshipping the time or the days or nights or month of Ramadan. We are worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And since Allah has given us this opportunity, that which we may not get this opportunity next time, maybe because life is short and people are dying now. The death rate is very fast. People are dying at young age, and alhamdulillah, dying in a very sudden death. So it is very important that we should take an opportunity to not to waste our time and pray, and fast and make the best use of this, the opportunity that Allah has given to us. Because there's a hadith of Rasulullah that اغتنم خمسا قبل خمس شبابك قبل هرمك صحتك قبل سقمك غناك قبل فقرك فراغك قبل شغلك and حياتك قبل مماتك. That there are 5 things we have to keep into consideration and make the best use of them. And this is one of the opportunity that Allah has given to us, where Prophet ﷺ has said, when a man came to ask him about, what are the favors of Allah and how we can make the best use of them. So Rasulullah ﷺ has said, make the best use of youth before you turn to an old person, an aged person, which you will not be able to do your as good deeds that you will be needing them in the grave and in the hereafter. So that good deeds that you can do when you are young and strong, you will not be able to do them when you become an old person, where your opportunity, your time is very less, and you will be very close to the death. So before you come to that situation, make the best use of your youth and do as many good as you can to the best of your ability. Second thing, that means use your youth for the good cause, to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the youth that Allah has given to you. Second thing, he said that صحتك قبل سقمك. Make the best use of your health before you are tested with illness, disease, cancer, this problem, that problem, where you have to survive on the painkillers, or you have to survive on the medicines, where you can't even pray, you can't fast, you can't do your rituals of ibadah, all good deeds you can't do because of your illness and sickness. So make the best use of your health. If you're healthy, mashallah, so try your best to do the best that you can in the form of any good that is from the Quran and Sunnah when you are young and you're healthy, not ill. The third thing, he said that غِنَاكَ قَبْلَ فَقَرِكَ. And if Allah has blessed you with the wealth, then make the best use of your wealth before you are tested with the poverty. And then you want to do something, like you want to, give sadaqah, you want to give zakat, you want to, help poor people, you want to help the orphans, and you don't have money, then you will be thinking, oh, if I had, or when I had, I didn't do this. So that's something you will be regretting at the end. So before that, make the best use of your time, inshallah, and give your wealth use your wealth for the good cause. And with regards to this wealth, I'm telling you, my brothers and sisters, your wealth, be careful. There are 2 things, Allah will accept your wealth if there are 2 things are there in it. First, it should be halal, and second, it should be spent in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with sincerity. If your wealth is haram and you are millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, or you own, like countries, but if you have that haram money, Allah will not accept it even if you donate all of it. Second thing, if you are having halal wealth but you are not spending it for the sake of Allah, you are spending it for the sake of name and fame, then this wealth will not be accepted. So the first thing is your halal wealth should be of halal earning, because a man, if you remember my 40 hadith I have explained in detail in one of the hadith, that Rasulullah said a man went to Hajj and he was calling upon Allah, Rabbi, Rabbi, and it was said to him, Malbasuka haramun wa mashrabuka haramun wa mat'amuka haramun wa ghudhiya bil haram. Your drink is of haram, your food is earned from haram, your body is fed from haram sources. All these things are, made of haram. How Allah will help you and respond to your dua? So this shows very clearly that our wealth will not be accepted if it is, earned from haram sources. And Quran says, وَلَا تُبْطِلُوا صَدَقَاتِكُمْ بِالْمَنِّ وَالْأَذَى. Do not destroy the rewards of your sadaqat and zakat by mentioning the favors. So if it is not sincerely done for the sake of Allah and just for the sake of name and fame and showing favors upon others and mentioning and putting them down, then your sadaqat will not be accepted. Also, the last thing Rasulullah has said, that فَرَاغَ قَبْلَ شُغَلِكَ, you have to make the best use of your free time before you are occupied with the responsibility, and you will not have enough time to do even your rituals, which are obligatory rituals. Like you will not be able to fast on time, you will not be able to pray on time, you will not be able to pay zakat on time. So make the best use of your free time instead of spending it into haram. And the final is, make the best use of your life before your death. So do whatever you can before you die. So let's understand this. Can women do tajweed in a medium loud voice with family around? Yes, they can do that. If Aisha radiallahu ta'ala, she used to do that. And also during the time of Rasulullah, women used to lead their prayers. And the woman, if she is leading the prayer, she should be standing in between the rows. And the row should be in a way that the lady imam will be in the middle, and sisters will be on her right side, the other sisters will be on her left side in the same row. And there should not be any distance up and down from the feet. Sometimes I see some people, they just stand next to the imam and they put their feet behind. It should be with the imam, exactly in the same direction. There should not be, ahead and behind. Okay. My mom inherited from someone who inherited from a non-Muslim. Is her inheritance okay? Yes, your mom has inherited, your mom inherited from someone who inherited from a non-Muslim. So your mom, if she has inherited, who is that person? Is that person also a non-Muslim? If that is the case, then your mom is not eligible for it. That person can give her as a gift, but she has no right on the inheritance of the non-Muslim. But you are saying someone who was non-Muslim, he gave to that person. Now that person, if he is a Muslim or she is a Muslim, and then that person is, giving to your mom as like she is becoming her heir, then it is accepted, inshallah. So my brothers and sisters, alhamdulillah, as I was saying, that we are inshallah going to conclude the show inshallah very soon. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. What are some things we can do during these blessed nights? The blessed night, as I said, that you have to, the best thing is that dua of Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha and the Qiyamul Layl, because these are the two clear ahadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yeah, if your mom has inherited from Muslim, then definitely it is halal for her. It doesn't matter about the first person. That makes no difference. Your mom's case is because your mom is inheriting from a Muslim, that becomes halal. Okay, with regards to what should we be doing, first of all, we should not be wasting our time in anything. If you don't have anything to do good, then better to sleep. But don't waste your time in watching films. Don't waste your time in watching dramas or movies and this and that. So do something, subhanallah, read Quran with understanding. That's the best thing. I can say, according to me, a person is not a true Muslim if he doesn't know what Quran is. Wallahi, I'm telling you. Quran is Allah's book. It is revealed in this month. So the best thing is that at least in this month, once in your lifetime, you should know what Quran is saying to you. Don't go for the tafsir. Don't go for so many tafsir. At least you can learn, the meaning of the Quran. There are so many great messages are there in the Quran. And Quran will become your partner in the grave, and it will protect you from the torment of the grave. And Quran will become your partner on the day of judgment and will protect you from going into the hellfire, and will take you, inshallah, to Jannah by interceding on your behalf to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Can a Muslim get a gift in a non-Muslim's will? Yes. If the non-Muslim gives halal, gifts, then it is halal, inshallah. The gift can be accepted from the non-Muslims because Rasulullah used to receive gifts from his non-Muslim relatives and he would take them. And if it was halal for him to use it, he would use it. Otherwise, he would give to those people whom for whom it was halal. Can we read Quran in English if we cannot read in Arabic? Subhanallah. I say that this is again something better than nothing. Something better than nothing. Because first of all, there are 6 rights that we owe to Quran. We have to learn the Quran in Arabic, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, "Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq." You have to read the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded to Rasulullah who was not even, he was not even able to read and write. And Allah told him to read. So he didn't say that I will not read because I don't know Arabic. So he has to read the Quran in Arabic. And then he has to understand the Quran, meaning of the Quran, the message of the Quran. Alhamdulillah, gradually you will learn. There are beautiful, mashallah, translations are available with the good footnotes are available at the bottom. And that will give you the idea of understanding those verses to that extent. So learn the translation. SubhanAllah, by the end of this month, I think every Muslim should learn the translation because next month, you don't know, the World War III is very close to us, believe me. World War III can be in your town, World War III can be in your, city, it can be in your country, it can be anywhere. So, and we are in the situation now that all humans are enemies of each other. The countries are enemies of each other. And the Dajjalic system and all those satanic things are happening now. And Shaitan is, waiting for, announcement to be made and the people will start killing each other. And the countries will go back to World War III. So don't waste your time. Subhanallah, this is the opportunity. If you are alive and Allah gave you the life, this 6 days or 7 days, make the best use of them. Read the Quran with translation. Alhamdulillah, your Ramadan will be accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is an ayah which says, we have not revealed the Quran for you to be in stress, such as Surah Taha, ayah 2. Sheikh, are Laylatul Qadr only the odd nights from the last 10 days? Why or why not? Yes, they are. Okay, so another Mufti has already given you the answer, but the thing is, it's only odd nights. Rasulullah did say they are the odd nights only. This is why Allah has said it. Rasulullah has said, so we don't have to go into arguments. And why? This is the reason. And it is 21st, 23rd, 25th, 27th and 29th. These are the odd nights. And the reason is that this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us to do it. Why it is odd nights? Allahu alam, there is no reason mentioned why they are odd nights. But generally, Rasulullah has said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, his number is odd, which is 1. And he loves odd numbers. This is a very authentic hadith. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves the word witr. And this is there in the hadith. So we go by that understanding and we don't have to go into deep or depth of that, why that love is mentioned for odd numbers. This is what we know, that Allah loves the odd numbers. Alhamdulillah. A member of the family adopted a child. Not told them they were adopted. Okay. They intend them to inherit as if they were a natural child. Can I tell the child after the death of the parents the truth? You can say, but it doesn't make any difference, because after the death, if that was the only child, with them and they gave it to him, even if it is not considered to be an inheritance, it can be a gift. So it makes no difference. Still, even then, that wealth is halal for that child, inshallah. No, I'm not Mufti Sheikh, Maulana, etc. I am a friend and slave of Allah Pak. Alhamdulillah. No, I'm just saying, Brother Ali, Alhamdulillah, this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, when you know the answer, normally you can give the answer, but sometimes what happens is that when people are asking me, and if someone else gives the answer, then the dispute starts between them. The people will argue with them and they'll say, come on man, I'm not asking you man, don't be like that or don't say this. It's Sheikh is there to give us the answer. Okay, so my brothers and sisters, we are coming close to the time inshallah, and again tomorrow inshallah we will meet at 7 o'clock. Jazakumullah khair. Hope that you will enjoy mashallah your Laylatul Qadar's night today. Today is the 23rd night of Laylatul Qadr, and inshallah remember that alhamdulillah, watch my reminders, mashallah, it has been come to you now. 22 reminders have come in English and 22 in Urdu, and also I have uploaded my Jummah khutbah. And also inshallah tonight I will be uploading my khutbah, my lecture on ghafla. That you will see on YouTube inshallah very soon. So please don't forget to watch that. That's very important. That will remind us that what is coming in future now soon for us. If we are not awake now, and if we are not aware of the Iman, and you don't appreciate Allah's Deen, Islam, Quran, Muhammad Sallallahu, and being Muslim, if you don't appreciate these 4 gifts of Allah, then wait for the future disaster that is coming, and good luck to all of them who are like that. Jazakumullah khairan. See you tomorrow inshallah at 7 o'clock. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان